What's up everyone, it's your boy Jackeal here, your guide to living with Apple every day. And in this episode, we are going to be taking pictures with the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the iPhone 15 Pro Max and comparing the quality and the differences between the two. So without further ado, let's get started. We've got 5 categories that we are going to be assessing the picture quality difference with. Category 1 is food, because you're going to be taking a lot of food pics, I'm assuming. Category 2 is flowers, because I assume you're going to be taking a lot of hikes and taking nature pictures. Category 3 is selfies, because I also assume you're going to be taking a lot of selfies. Category 4 is low light, because I assume you're going to be taking a lot of low lit selfies and also low lit pictures in dinners, restaurants, nightclubs, etc. And category 5 is max zoom, just in case you're super far away from your subject and you gotta zoom in all the way, seeing the quality difference between the two cameras. So I just opened up the first of the pictures. On the left we have the iPhone 12 Pro Max. On the right we have the iPhone 15 Pro Max. It almost seems like, at a glance, the 12 Pro Max took a better picture of the apple. We're gonna zoom in here, so let's look at the lighted part real quick. And now on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Interesting, it almost seems like the 12 Pro Max took a better picture. Especially, look at that stem. You can see almost the fuzz growing on that stem. Whereas, look at that. Look at the edging there. And then there's more quality, you know, between the dark spots even. With the 12 Pro Max, we have a banana. With the 15 Pro Max, a banana. It seems like, is it a tie? Or it seems like the dark spots here have much better detail. And if you look at the far off part, I guess the banana moved a little bit, but this might be a tie. Because it seems to be pros and cons of both. And keep in mind, I'm doing all this on an M1 MacBook Air, so there might be limitations to the processing, but so far, I think maybe because the angles are slightly different, though I'm not sure. It seems like the focal point was here, and with the 15, for whatever reason, the focal point is up here. So this is clearer here, whereas this is clearer up there. Blurrier here and blurrier there. I want to say it's a tie, so I'm going to write banana. Next, we got a couple pictures of tulips. This is category number 2, flowers, because you're going to be doing a lot of nature pictures, I'm assuming. Here's the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and here's the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So we've got tulips from the top. It's springtime. We're going to zoom in. Let's select this one here. Beautiful, brightly lit. Okay, we're going to zoom in all the way to the stem in here. Super pixelated. This is as far as it will go in there. Now, for this one, right there. A little bit more detail. Now we're going to zoom back out. Right there. It's almost a toss-up, but to be quite honest, it seems like the 12 Pro Max took a more crisp picture. Because look here, This part is blurry on the 15 Pro Max, this pedal, whereas it's a little bit sharper on this pedal here. And I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible considering this is like the middle of the picture. See, this is the middle of the picture. It's like, huh. But I will say it does seem like the red is a little bit richer. It might just be my imagination, might be because I have this bright spotlight in my face, but it seems like the red is richer on the 15. Like, you see how this is almost like a pinkish hue, whereas this is like a dark, vibrant red here. I might just be making things up, not sure. That's up for you to decide. Leave a comment below, let me know which one you think. I will say though, it seems like the underneath the tulips, these flowers here have a little bit more color and depth. You see how the stones are less blurry, whereas here it's like really blurry. So I'm gonna call it a tie in the flowers category. Alright, so on the left we have the iPhone 12 Pro Max purple tulip from the top, and then on the right we have the iPhone 15 Pro Max purple tulip from the top. I would say hands down the iPhone 15 Pro Max caught more detail. It's like, look, you can see here. This same pedal right here. On the 12 Pro Max on the left, it's blurry. On the 15 Pro Max on the right, it is super crisp. Look at that. Way different. You can also see right there, that white part right there, and that white part right there. Way different in detail. Look at that. This pedal here, blurry. This pedal here, you can see all the beautiful, almost looks like a maze on the pedal. This is beautiful. Thank you, Apple, for creating the 15 Pro Max. Like, oh my god. So hands down, in terms of this lighting, this angle, the 15. Next, we got two different forms of selfies. Me attempting to do a duck face. So on the left, iPhone 12 Pro Max. On the right, iPhone 15 Pro Max. Yes, they are slightly different angles. Yes, it was super bright 9 a.m. sunlight. Alright, let's go to, for example, the hair. So already, I don't know, for a lot of bright light, it seems like it's very bad quality. Same. I would say they equally suck, to be honest. And like, let's go with lips. The 15 Pro Max, got more of my dry lips in detail, whereas the 12, this is the one time your blurriness actually was helpful. LOL. So we're gonna chalk it up to, I would say the 12 you can see is a little bit blurrier, brighter. The 15 honestly got like probably more accurate in terms of shadows, shading, and skin tone. You see, I would say they both suck in this case, but in terms of getting a more accurate, like the bumpiness on the skin, the darkness of the shadows, the dryness, cakiness of the morning lips, if you want more accurate, go with the 15. If you want less accurate, go with the 12. So with this, I'm gonna say tie on this version of the selfie. Now we have another. And on this one, we're gonna do it from the chin up, because a lot of times you might be taking selfies from the bottom up. Again, it's like the same story. The 12 is I don't know. They both equally don't amaze me at all. Though I will say, it seems like the 15 caught more fabric. Like, look at the stitching on that shirt. Whereas the 12, not as much. Your call, I'm gonna say it's a tie again, because look at the lighting on the hair, the shading on the face. So far, we have a lot of ties. And this is category 4, low light selfies. I'm assuming you're gonna be in a lot of restaurants, a lot of parties, a lot of dark rooms where you're gonna be taking a lot of dark selfies or low light selfies. And so to simulate this, I actually put up all the curtains in the living room, and this light you see in the back is actually light that seeped in around the curtain. And you know how the phones, they actually like slow down the closing of the lens to collect in as much light as possible. So while it looks like the room is brightly lit, it's actually all curtained off windows. And on the left, you have the iPhone 12 Pro Max. On the right, you have the iPhone 15 Pro Max. What I did find interesting was that the iPhone 12 Pro Max had to slow down the shutter speed in order to capture the light. So it took an extra second to get this picture. Whereas the iPhone 15 Pro Max took it right away. It didn't have to slow down the lens. On the left, it's like a little bit brown. On the right, it's like a little bit pink. My teeth look a little bit whiter on the 15 Pro Max. There's a little bit more detail around the eyes, whereas the 12 is blurry. Look at that eye. And then for the 15, you can see right there. And look at the clothing. Blurry clothing, more detail on the clothing. I would say hands down in a low light selfie situation, iPhone 15 Pro Max. Now this one is super fun. On the left, we've got screen capture. We're capturing the screen to see the max zoom on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. And on the right, we've screen captured the max zoom on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So max zoom on the iPhone 12 Pro Max is 12x. This is digital. Their manual, you can see here, is 2.5. Here, I want to show you. The max zoom is actually 2.5x on the third camera. However, you can digitally zoom in a picture more and get to 12x. Now, look at this. Already, you get twice the zoom on the manual part of the camera itself. Instead of 2.5x on the 12, you get 5x on the 15 Pro Max. And then if you zoom in, you get 25x digital zoom. This is twice the 12x digital zoom on the 12 Pro Max. And you can see the difference in the quality of the flowers. On the 12 Pro Max, they're blurry, you're not as close. Now you're 2 times as close, and you can actually see the individual petals. So hands down, whether it's manual zoom from 2.5x to 5x, or digital zoom from 12x to 25x, the iPhone 15 Pro Max hands down wins. One also cool feature on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, when you do your max zoom, you see this top right corner right here? That image actually shows, so I'm going to press play and I'm going to show you. This image actually shows while you're doing your zoom, so you get a preview, like a little snippet thumbnail, to see what area you're actually moving towards. Instead of guessing while you're moving, it's actually easier to see where you're going, so you can move with a more educated path to where you actually want to do your max zoom. Because before, when you did your max zoom on the 12 Pro Max, you really had to guess. Or like something could be moving in the background, but then you miss it. So this was interesting. After tallying up the points given to iPhone 12 Pro Max, iPhone 15 Pro Max, and what they tie on, keep in mind, these are all opinions. You can also do these comparisons yourself, or leave a comment below with what you think are the winners, depending on each photo category. And also, please keep in mind lighting variations with the sunshine. So we really try to be scientific, but there are variables in life. The iPhone 12 Pro Max got 1 point. The iPhone 15 Pro Max got 3 points. They tied with 4 points. What does this mean? This means that if you are upgrading from the iPhone 7, 8, or XR, and your budget only affords the iPhone 12 Pro Max, it is a decently good camera. Keep in mind, I'm going to be recording a different video on the video quality comparison. This is just for the picture quality difference. In terms of the iPhone 15 Pro Max picture quality, it does differ in terms of getting you to zoom in closer on your subject, the vibrancy of your colors, such as in that red tulip picture, and in low light situations, which you saw in that selfie, much more detail on the clothing, on the face. So if you're the type of person who's going to be taking a lot of pictures in low light situations, a lot of pictures that need vibrancy, and a lot of zoomed in pictures, the 15 Pro Max is more your camera. However, if you're going to be just using your phone for everyday life, just taking a couple pictures of your food, your family here and there, the 12 Pro Max does just fine. It's also about a third of the price. If you buy a new iPhone 15 Pro Max, or a new iPhone 15 Pro for that matter, you're looking at anywhere from $1,000 to $1,200. Whereas a used iPhone 12 Pro Max, for example, on swappa.com, I'm not sponsored by them, this is just a good website that I've used in the past to get used iPhones, is somewhere around $400, $300 to $400 right now. Assuming you have neither of them, which iPhone are you thinking of getting? The iPhone 12 Pro Max or the iPhone 15 Pro Max? If you already have either of them, what do you think about the picture quality difference between the 12 Pro Max and the 15 Pro Max? If you got value from this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so you get notified when new videos are released. See you in the next video. Peace.